Does this look weird? It's because this thing's weird. Where's my other notebook? I don't know where it is. No, I'll have to do. You're early, I'm late. Yvonne is what's happening there. You're early, I'm late, and my hair's sticking out and doing weird shit, so whatever. What's up, people? Hello. My hair is sticking out and it's pissing me off. Don't do that hair. Oh, man. Thanks, Yvonne. I'm trying to fix this mustache, too. There we go. Stash fixed. Allergies, man. Allergies today have been pissing me off. Pissing me off, but I'm here. Hello, Renata. Hello, folks. Hello, folks. How we doing? I'm very late today. You know, it's just not feeling like getting on just then. You know, my right eye was super red before I put eye drops in it. My allergies are annoying me. So allergy season is about to start. And I hate that part. But here we are. And so now we're just here. So I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I don't know if I'm doing readings. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like slightly curmudgeon right now. I'm not exactly entirely sure why, but you know, here we are. Well, you look especially buff today. Now, Jess, that's how you're going to make me in a really good mood. You saying that to me, good mood's coming. Let me just tell you. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Compliments about my muscles? Now you're really talking. Speaking of muscles, I've decided I'm going to be going into a bit of a cutting phase. Your boy's going to get some abs here by June. So, you know, hope you're ready for that, because if I have abs, 100%, those abs are going to be in my TikTok lives. I'm just saying, I can't help it. It's going to be a compulsion. Okay, so if I have a six-pack, which I don't right now, if I had a six-pack, you better believe it would be making appearances whenever possible. Okay, so I'm just saying. And that's the goal, okay? The goal is to get my six-packs by July. So, you know, we're going on a little cut. We're going to find out what happens. So stay tuned, stick with it, because as soon as those bad boys start showing out, you better believe it. You thought I could look a little skimpy before you, wait and see, okay? Country Granny says, same, LOL. By July, Country Granny, by July, I want to see them abs popping right out, okay? That's our deal. Yes, you can start a workout class. Motivate us all, LOL. Motivation Mayo. We could do workouts together. I could give you free tips on how to set up your macros, but you know. Ooh, thirst trap vibe? Yeah. That's where we're going. That's eventually where we're headed. So, you know, stick around. You'll get mediumship, you'll get psychism, you'll get healing, you'll get astrology, And you'll get thirst traps. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're here for, right? Isn't that the natural evolution of any kind of public figure on TikTok? You got this. Your milkshake brings all the boys here. You know what? In the past, my milkshake brought no boys. If anything, it brought, like, I don't know, brought things that weren't good, right? And I will say there is a direct correlation with me putting on some muscles, as just noticed. And my milkshake's bringing boys to the yard now. The milk is shaking, okay, is what I'm trying to say. And it's shaking so much, it's turning into whipped cream, okay? It's been churned, it's turning into butter, okay? We're starting to get full fat. You know, we start with the full fat milk, and then we kind of whip it down until it turns into a cream, you know? We're going for clotted cream. We're going for clotted cream is what we're going for. And I don't mean that to sound as an innuendo. I actually just meant that's what happens when you work, you know, like I shouldn't do that on a live. I shouldn't move my hand like that. That's making people think other things, not what I'm trying to get them to think. My point is, listen here, folks. Have you been to England? Raise your hand if you've been to England. Because if you've been to England, they have something called clotted cream, okay? Not only do they have something called clotted cream, it's fucking delicious, okay? And I'm trying to be delicious clotted cream, okay? Because I want someone to see me, and I want their first thought to be, is I want to spread that on a scone with some jam and butter. Like, that's what I want people to see me and think, spread that on my scone, on my dry ass scone, because, you know, scones are pretty dry. You need the jam, you need the clotted cream. It's all I'm saying, okay? So, you know, anyway, long story short, 6-pack's coming, okay? 6-pack is on its way. All right, I've been putting on pounds of muscle each month, which is what we want. Well, 1 pound of muscle a month, but still it's been 3, so that's pretty good. Just says, I'm listening in the bathroom. I just know my husband's listening too. And then Janelle, I was waiting for Janelle to be here because I knew she'd make the proper comments, you know, which is, why am I always walking in on something? Janelle, because something's always happening. You know, I think you knew what you signed up for when you signed up for me and my lives. You know, this pink light isn't pink for nothing, okay? It's pink because it reminds us of, you know, the sensuality of life, okay? And sometimes we have sensuality of life. I don't know what to do with that, okay? I don't know if that needs to be here. I don't know if that has to be saved for other times. You know, we have to really balance things. The reality of loss and death and the joys of living. You know, we gotta, you know, this makes this so much sweeter. Not nearly as sweet as clotted cream, to bring it back to our previous thing. You need befores and afters? I mean, I could do that. I could take a picture tonight. And then I will make the adjustments, and we'll go from there. Snack is snacking, now wants to become a super snack. That's right. That's exactly right. I want to be as snacky as possible. I want to create a hunger and perhaps a thirst in all who set their eyes upon me as I walk down the street. That's what I want. And, you know, I'm not going to be ashamed of that. I'm going to... I just want you to know I'm literally cracking myself up as I'm internally like I need you to recognize something. I'm sitting in my freaking office/dining room. Okay, I mean, nobody eats in here. It's just literally my office, and I'm just talking to screens about how ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous what I'm doing right now. Got a pink light on for some reason. I'm sitting here just talking to screens and people out in the internet that I have never met. I'm just telling them about my desire to be a snickety snack and clotted cream. And that's strange. Honestly, I'll be honest, it's strange. It's definitely strange. But here we are. Janelle, that's why I keep signing up. Well, if you keep signing up, I'll keep showing up. Okay, I'll make that agreement with you for sure. Janelle, I don't think you need to top anything. I think you'll leave that to me. Hey, Claudette. Sorry, I had to move this to be able to get the chat over here. Let's see. Note to self: Mayo is not interested in our gender, and I am married. Yeah, I mean, hey, nothing a little. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke. This is where I stop my, real crazy things I want to say, and I try not to do it because this is technically a professional account. What I need to do is create a second account. I'm allowed to be as gnarly and nasty as I want to be. Don't know that I can be that here because this is serious work. Hey, thanks for all the shares and the likes, by the way. We already have almost 4,000. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Thanks for that. I bet you it's Janelle sitting there just going, It is all about authenticity, and this is me. I'm as authentic as I try. It's definitely a core feature of myself. Thanks, Tess. Sending prayers and love to you too. Yes, Miranda, self-awareness is key. That is true. Let's see. You must not know me. Yeah. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. Get it. Yes, I'm going to get it, Grace. I'm going to get it. Hi, Kendall. So yeah, so I think, I don't know, I don't 100% feel like doing a mediumship or psychic reading at this exact second. So I don't know if that's what I'm going to be doing. But you know what I could do instead is a little astrology, because I always got that, in my back pocket at any moment at all times. You know what I'm saying? So that could be fun. That could be a little fun ditty just to get people all excited and whatnot, because I know y'all love to hear about you. Which, I mean, who doesn't? I know I do. I mean, let's be real. 50% of why I'm here is to talk to you guys and have that be reflected back to me. What a fun thing. So yeah. So yeah, let's do that, shall we? Shall we do some astrology? I'm just trying to think of what would be the easiest way to do that. I guess maybe bring a person up and pull up their chart, maybe. Yeah, that or psychic, since psychic is coming up soon. Hey, Beth, welcome. Yeah, I mean, that could be good. Thanks, Tass. I'm glad that you appreciate the outreach. Everybody welcome Beth to the group on the Tickety Talks. Say, hey, Beth. Yes, that or psychic. I know I could do, but I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm just like in a mood. I feel like I'm in a mood right now. I'm in a mood. You ever be in a mood where you're just kind of like, there's an itch you can't scratch. You just need to like scratch it, but you can't. That's me, right now. Mine is a bit cloudy with a chance of meatballs kind of future. Well, then if you have meatballs coming as your future, I recommend a marinara sauce and a fork. And then get some noodles. You know what I'm saying? Get some noodles. So is what I'm saying. So yeah, why don't we pull up some charts and talk to you a little bit about you, and then there'll be kind of brief little once-overs, and we can go from there. Might take a little bit to set it up. Let me see what I can do here. Hatta Boosh. What the hell, Hatta? I was thinking Swedish meatballs like IKEA. Oof, Swedish meatballs are so good. Back when I ate meat and I was in Stockholm, Swedish meatballs with lingonberry sauce. Oh, yeah, the bush. Meat was delicious when I was a younger man. Now I can't eat meat without thinking about the poor animal that I ate. So that makes it difficult. Even when I eat occasionally a little fish or shrimp, I cannot help but think about it. You know what's the worst one that I think about? And I think about this a lot? Freaking mussels. If I eat mussels, I always feel a little sadness because there's this feeling. Because when you cook mussels, they have to be alive and they get thrown in a boiling pot of water, and they were closed before and then they open because they died. And so my brain gets really fixated on that. It's just not as enjoyable, which is sad because I love mussels. But I tried cooking them once, and then I said I'll never cook these myself again because I just feel like I'm putting a million animals to their death. Which, for I think a normal person, that's probably fine. But I'm not a normal person. So there's that. Hudson, if you're going to walk right here, I'm going to show you to the people. You are going to be shown to the people. Look at these little legs. Look at them. Like he's just laying back. He's just laying back. I hope you can see that. I just hold him like this, and he just goes, okay, I'll lay back. I'll just chill, Dad. It's fine. What on earth? What are you doing, Hatabushi? Why is he like this? Oh, you like this? Is this cozy? Okay, you can sit down. Oh, that was cute. Okay. He accepts his fate package. Yeah, he did. Oh, you're so cute, Hatabushi. Give me a little kiss, thank you. Crazy husband says, thank you. His pain has minimized so much. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm very glad. Now, still go, make sure you make the lifestyle changes to fix the liver stuff because muy importante. Okay. My hands are covered in hair now. All right, Hudson, go somewhere else now because we're going to do astrologia. Okay, so to do this, you're going to have to know your birth time, birthplace, birth date. Okay, I'm going to pull up your chart. I'm going to give you a one or two or three into four. So you need to know your exact birth time, birthplace, birth date. Okay, and then we're gonna go from there. And then I'm gonna pull up your chart, and we're gonna have a little quick chatty chat, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So I'm gonna pull you up on the live too, so that way it's more entertaining for the people at home. So if you'd like to, you can request to go live. I'll try to do one person from each of the platforms. So if you're joining us now on any of the other platforms, just know that that's going to happen. Okay. So if you want to do that, I guess you're going to have to put a request on the thing. Oh, I already got 6 of y'all requesting, which I could not see. Okay, if you're requesting for me to look at your chart, I'm going to need you to know that information. Otherwise, don't request because that's not going to be helpful. And it has to be exact. Like when I say exact, I want the minute. I don't want, 2:30 in the morning if it's 2:29. I want 2:29, baby. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, to the minute. Not sometime in the morning. My mom said it was 6. Your mom gave birth to a human. Okay, I don't think she's got the brain really turned on, okay, at that moment. She just birthed a person. Half of her innards just came on the outside. Okay, she maybe pooped a little bit. I'm just saying. My point is, that happened. All right, and so her memory may not be reliable. So we need a birth certificate. Okay, so I need the exact minute. All right, so here we go. What do we got? How do I tell? All right, let's try this. Hello.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Lexi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We were not expecting to come up. Is that what was happening there?
Oh, no. I was just kind of like, my phone was like Are you sure you want to join? I'm like, yes.
Like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, my cat is attacking me while I'm trying to do things, so I apologize ahead of time. Okay, let me. Now both cats are up here because they're like, it's 15 minutes to dinner. You so, but they're gonna get fed in a second. Okay, Hudson, I need to cut your nails, bro. They're so freaking sharp. Okay. Astro.com. Oh my lord. Have you ever had your chart done before or ever had it looked at?
I've attempted myself, but
Okay.
I feel like I've used the websites that aren't very accurate.
Sure. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna have to change someone's thing here. Please hold. Who do I want to get rid of? Oh my goodness gracious. Hudson Percival Bartholomew III, would you please quit it? Oh yeah, that's one I can get rid of. Okay, so let me edit this. Okay, give me your first name.
Lexi.
Oh, right, that makes sense because it's on your profile.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure.
Oh, my Alexa's going.
Does that happen to you a lot?
Yeah, sometimes when people are calling me, she thinks they're calling. Yeah,
I can see that.
I gotta change the name.
Yeah, I get that. What is your birthday?
May 9th.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday. Coming up. What year?
Do you need the year?
Yeah, what year?
2005.
2005. How old am I? I literally graduated that year from high school. Oh my god, I'm ancient. Okay. I'm also curious. What time were you born?
8:02 a.m.
8:02. And then where were you born?
Peterborough, Ontario, Canada.
How do I spell that?
PETERBOROUGH.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, my cat's attacking me. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay. Now, you guys are going to often hear me say that, so please don't feel offended when I go, oh my God, because, you know, you see things and you just have thoughts and feelings. So let's look at it. Shall we? Let's go here. Okay, let me pull that out and go full screen on this real quick, Lack. Okay, so we have this little thing. I'll show it to you for just a moment. Let me just turn this bad boy around. Turn around. There we go. Okay, does that look familiar?
Sure.
You're like, I've never seen it before. Okay, so let's just double check this. Lexi, you were born on, let's see, 8:02 a.m. on May 9th, 2005.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you were born in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
Perfect. Did you know that your rising sign was Gemini?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. And did you also know that your moon was Gemini?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, your moon is in Gemini, your rising sign is Gemini, and your sun is in Taurus. So what's that tell us? So we look at a couple things when we're looking at this. First of all, we look at, people often talk about the big three being the rising sign, the moon, and the sun, right? But what's more important is actually the sun, the moon, and the planet that rules your rising sign. And we look to that to get information because that's actually quite important. So let's talk a little bit about you. So given what the astrological placements are, your sun is in Taurus, which is going to bring that grounded, practical sort of quality to you. It's going to make you like to be comfortable, enjoy the sensual parts of life. You're going to enjoy having nicer things, although not always. And it's also going to make you, well, it's in the 12th house, which is going to make it a little bit reserved. So it wouldn't surprise me if large portion of your life you've kind of been in the background or maybe not tried to be as out there. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And then your moon is in there too. So there's also this quality of kind of also hiding your feelings as well, or trying to, they're a little bit in the subconscious. So you're not as forthright with them. That being said, because you have that sort of Gemini quality to you, you are quite forthright with your thoughts. So your thoughts are very, very busy. You have this very, very active mind. And especially amongst your friends, that's probably where that gets the highest level of expression. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah.
So with your friends, there's a lot of energy that goes towards that. Your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your friends. These are things that are going to be a really, really important piece to you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So let's look a little bit at your family. Where's your son? Can you understand your relationship with your dad being somewhat maybe not as close, or maybe not as much communication?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's hidden from view. And so I don't know if that's just his quality, or if that's just what he, like, I don't know if you actually have that relationship with him, or if he's just kind of distant in that way. But I can see that there's some sort of withdrawal or sort of lack of connection to some degree. Mom, on the other hand, is a lot more present. And I feel like she would have been quite the, I guess I would say, um, stabilizing force, maybe is the word I would use. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And the other thing is that she's represented in your chart as Saturn and also in Cancer. So there would have been a nurturing quality to her, a caring quality to her. But what I would say is, because there's some Saturn presented there, it's oftentimes the case that that can sometimes be maybe not as outwardly affectionate, but that's kind of counterbalanced by the Cancer. So would you say that mom was kind of, I don't want to say strict or rule follower, but maybe, and also had a loving, caring side? So she kind of brought you both sides, both the strictness and perhaps the loving, caring side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The other thing that I can see, romantic relationships are interesting for you. You have Pluto sitting right on that descendant, and that is definitely a placement that can create big upheaval or transformation that comes from my romantic relationships. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
It also probably means that you have a tendency to be really attracted to intense people.
Okay, yeah.
She laughed. Yeah, that's true.
My boyfriend's staring over me right now.
He's like, what the hell? And they could be intense, and they can also be really fun. I mean, someone that is mentally stimulating for you, kind of adventurous, exciting, fun, enjoyable in that way is important. Because your partners are going to be represented by Venus, Libra. One thing that I'll say is that gregariousness, openness, compassion, kindness, fun, like those are going to be really important to you. I feel like I think the big thing though is I'd say they have to be mentally stimulating for you.
For sure.
Have you been with Sagittarius before?
I haven't.
Okay. How about Libra?
No. My boyfriend is currently a Leo.
Okay, that'll work. I like that. No, that does work, only because of all of your Gemini stuff, and also because your fourth house cusp also lives there, which would work for me too. But he's gonna have to have some other things in his chart that would make that more a more ideal sort of match, I'm assuming. Do you know his other signs?
I don't, but his characteristics are not Leo whatsoever.
Okay, gotcha. That would make sense. Because what I would want to see probably in his chart would be something either Sagittarius, something an air sign, potentially even like a earthy quality could do it for you, but definitely more fire, air, earthy is sort of your vibe. So I would definitely kind of put you in that sort of category. So, as far as like career goes, let me just see here. Are you doing anything in like some sort of supportive role, like caretaking of any kind for others?
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm a dietary aide.
Dietary aid. So
It's definitely not my, long-term goal. I'm still figuring that out. But
yeah, I feel like if I was going to put you somewhere, I would want to put you in some sort of caretaking role, something that provides structure for other people. I'd probably want to put you in something that is supportive. Oh, we lost her. We lost her. Where did you go, mein Freund? See if she'll come back. Lexi, did you die, baby? Let's see. Whoa. Hudson, I need you to chill. Okay. You got booted out. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to try to bring you back in. Can you re-request? Whoa, Hudson. Chill, bro. I need to feed these cats. Sorry, guys. You're going to give me a second once I can get you back in. The request button said bye-bye. What the heck? Hudson, quit pushing that, dude. Let me see if I can find you here and see if that'll do it. What the heck? Why is the request button gone? Okay, give me a second. Please hold, people. Let me first feed these cats and then I'll come back and figure this out because they do be bugging me like crazy right now. Give me a second. Let me turn my camera around. How the heck do I do that? There you go. Okay. Give me a moment. I need to feed these cats, otherwise they're gonna piss me off. Okay. Hey, children. Let's give you your food. Okay. Let's see. I don't know how to make that come back. I guess I'm probably gonna have to leave that there for now, unfortunately, because I don't see a way to make that come back. So I might have to leave that there, I'm afraid, and see if I can pull up someone else who is already in the list. Boom, boo, doo, boom. Mine disappeared for a full 2 weeks, tried everything. Really? Interesting. That is definitely strange. I wonder if I want to see if I can. Nope, I have no idea what to do with that. I am not a savvy little person when it comes to this kind of thing. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm actually just going to leave this here for tonight because it's already 9 and I have to make sure I'm getting enough sleep. So I'm going to leave it here tonight just because that got messed up. And I think if I restart it, then it'll probably work. But I'm just going to leave it there for tonight. We will do this again. And hopefully next time we'll actually do other readings. But at least we got a little bit out of that. So I just want to say thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out for that little bit of time. Sorry I was late today. I was just in a mood and didn't really want to do a thing. But here I am now. So thank you, everybody. If you haven't booked with if you want an affordable reading and a mediumship reading, you can book with our students who are in the advancing group, and they are ready to take public sitters. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell whoever. oakbridgeinstitute.org, click on book a reading, and you can book with one of our advancing students. I think it's $35. So definitely a ethical medium and definitely worth checking out. Plus, they need people to practice on. So please do that. I think that's it. We are teaching a psychic course starting May 7th. So if you're interested in that, it's only a couple weeks away. So you can check that out also at oakbridgeinstitute.org. So thank you, everybody. We're going to see you next time. Mwah. Have a good night.